Freddie Rubino here with my Freddie Rubino podcast coming to you live, or if you're watching it on tape. I look like fucking J. Jonah Jameson. Anyway, coming to you from deep in my basement in an undisclosed location. Welcome to my podcast. If you want to see other podcasts, they are on my Facebook page called Fred Rubino Podcast. Doesn't get easier than that. Your sister isn't even easier than that. And I used to post these on YouTube, but YouTube warned me one more misinformation. It's a comedian's podcast. Of course there's misinformation. Holy shit. One more and I'm off of YouTube. So I gotta stop posting them. So look for them there. I might start putting them back onto Rumble. So today's topic for the podcast, first of all, I have vodka and ginger ale. I'm at the end of my vodka, so I might switch over to whiskey next podcast. Oh, delicious. Anyway, kick back, have a cocktail. Today we're going to talk about the Titanic tourist submarine. Okay? This story has gripped the nation about, first, we were all like on the edge of our seat. Are they going to find them? Are they going to find them? I knew immediately they weren't going to find them. I knew immediately because I have a 5th grade education, and I know that when anything sinks to the bottom of the sea, there's no chance in the world because of things called the laws of nature, gravity, things like that, okay? So, when you see people on TV going, are they going to find them? Do you think they're alive? Let's call the experts in. We're still searching. What are you, out of your fucking mind? Do you know the pressure down there? The pressure down there is so big, so great. It implodes you. It crushes you so hard and so fast that it actually creates heat and just explodes you. They all know it. There's nothing left of these people. There's nothing left of the sub. Anything with air in it explodes, implodes, blows. Understand? So I knew that. So I don't know why they jerked people around. And even the worst thing in the world is they jerked the families around. They jerked the families around thinking that there was a chance of them still being alive. They knew there weren't. That's to me one of the most disturbing things is that the Navy and the whole branch of the Coast Guard and stuff are bullshitting that they thought that these fucking. That's why the Titanic. When they go down and they looked around with real fucking submarines, that you'll never see people. They're gone. They immediately, when they hit the bottom, boom. This is so deep that whales cannot go that deep. Okay? They would die. That's how fucking deep it is. Our biggest and greatest nuclear submarines cannot go that deep. They will implode. Implode, explode. What's the fucking difference? You're dead. Okay? It crushes it. Crushes it like your dreams when you get married. Okay? So, I don't understand what the big bullshit story was that they were looking for. Now, it is so fucking dangerous to do that. There are 2 people on there that was so fucking rich, you can't even imagine it. You can't imagine how rich they were. This life isn't exciting enough for you that just being that fucking rich that you could go to an island and say, I'll buy this fucking island and have it for yourself. Or to buy a yacht that's bigger than than a skyscraper. And that's just your pleasure yacht. Boom, boom. That's not exciting enough for you, life? You gotta fucking go and risk your life to see a wrecked ship. I swear to God, if somebody could explain this to me, how life is not exciting enough for you that you would do that. Biggest jerk off is the guy who brought his son. Oh, my God. What the fuck was going through your head to bring this kid who, now they say, was afraid. He didn't want to go. And let me tell you something. It's not like a fucking cruise. There's a buffet. There's a butana by the water giving you the eye. No. You're cramped in a tube with 4 other disgraziados who knows who they are. You go down. All you're hoping to do is not crush in a second. Could you imagine just sitting where you are and they say, hey, look, there is a good chance that you sitting there now for the next 4 hours and in one instant you'll be crushed to death. And you just sit there anticipating it. That's fucking fun? You put your son in that situation? I swear to God, if that guy wasn't dead, he deserved a fucking beating. The kid don't have a mother? The kid don't have a mother? I would tell my wife, I'm taking my son to the Yankee game, to the Ranger game. You go, oh, no, you don't. He's too young for the Ranger game. All those drunks and you're cursing and you're yelling and you're throwing... No. I couldn't even take my son to the Ranger game till he was like a certain age. This kid didn't have a mother that said, where the fuck are you going? No. He stays here. Okay? When your ass gets crushed, we'll fucking buy half of Bermuda and we'll name it after you and then we'll go on living. I'm not kick ass this fucking family. Holy shit. So I don't get the whole fucking thing. It's a big... I can't believe people are that stupid. Let me tell you how fucking dangerous it is. Like I said, whales can't go down there. Nuclear subs can't go down there. Okay? It's not a luxury trip. You're like this, just squeezing, hoping to survive. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, red ship. Okay, let's get the fuck up there. This is what you pay for? This is what you paid $500,000 for? Doesn't make sense. Also, aren't there fucking laws to protect people? I know the kid was 19. I know it's an adult. But listen. No, you can't come on. If you're the captain, first of all, it's the captain. If the captain doesn't know how dangerous it is, he's a fucking moron. But when the captain see that it was a guy and his kid, he should have said, look, I'll take you. I ain't taking the kid. God forbid something happens. Someone lost a father and son. Okay? Maybe the captain should have had a pair of balls and not been a greedy prick and said that. Okay? You could take a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old to a tattoo parlor. And some tattoo guys would go, nah, too young, man. Right? If a kid walked into a tattoo, not to fucking be crushed instantaneously. Let me get a tattoo of a fucking banana going across my fucking head. The tattoo, oh no, sorry. I will not do that to you. It affects you for the rest of your life. I don't understand how this guy didn't do that. You know what would have been even fucking less dangerous? If they would have went up instead of down. If that guy would have said, look, I got this fucking balloon that's filled with hydrogen. It's very, very light. It could go up and maybe go as high as any balloon has ever gone. That's safer. If your kid was in an experimental rocket, it would have been safer than that fucking bathtub. Unbelievable. I just don't understand it. It's the stupidity and the negligence. And here's another thing. I rented a fucking motorboat in Sheepshead Bay. It had a number on it. You know what the number was? That it was inspected by the Bay Constable. We were out there. The Bay Constable came by. Hey, you guys got a driver's license? This was back. You got, yeah. Okay, let me see. Because in order to operate this little motorboat in Jamaica Bay, they wanted to make sure that you were safe. There were regulations. It had to be registered. Like a fucking shitty car. You can't drive it around. You have to be registered. It has to be inspected. This fucking thing didn't have to be. You see the guy who filmed the Titanic? He went into some very, very high technological submersible, and he actually went down that deep. But this was inspected. This was built by the greatest experts in marine technology, and he was looking at it and goes, who the fuck told them to go down in that? Was they crazy? No one had to look at this. The Army Corps of Engineers, the heads of the Navy, don't look at this and say, look, if you're diving past where nuclear subs could go, if you're diving past where a whale could go, you gotta get this checked out and okayed by experts. Especially if you're gonna bring kids on it. No, you could just fucking go. You could get a barrel and coat it and go. What? I gotta wear a fucking seatbelt or they lock me up on the way home. This guy could just take people and say, yeah, it's safe, and take them down to the bottom of the planet, at the bottom of the ocean on the planet. What kind of a fucking... There's no regulations. I got regulations. I tried to get a fucking fireplace in my house here. I went fucking permits and this and that. Finally, it was denied. They were like, sorry, it doesn't meet all the specs. Oh, fuck. This guy's taking fucking 19-year-olds to the bottom of the ocean. I don't understand it. I'd rather go in a fucking rocket. At least the rocket, it's going up, okay, pshit. And you're in the little parachute. Okay. $500,000, at least I can talk about it. Hey, remember when the rocket was shaking? Oh, I got scared shit, yeah. But then we landed and we went for 3-inch fucking steaks and $1,000 worth of scotch. Oh, yeah, that was a great day. I don't get it. And this leads me that a lot of people who are very rich are very smart, okay? Some people, most of them, in order to get rich, in order to stay rich, are intelligent people. It leads me to believe, my Brooklyn senses tell me a bulb goes off. The scam bulb is going off in my head. You understand? The scam bulb. I'm not saying those people ain't dead. I'm sure they're dead. Am I? Oh, these people disappeared. I would at least want someone to investigate this. And I want them to investigate if these people had any reason to disappear. Because I can tell you right now, insure yourself for $3 or $4 million. Go out on a fucking boat. Have another boat pick you up. Have the fucking boat found with a little bit of blood on it and you've disappeared. They ain't looking for you no more. You're in the ocean. Nobody fucking knows. You say you were on that boat? You weren't? There's nothing left to it? I wouldn't be surprised. You see Hunter Biden, lost at sea. That's why all this lost at sea shit, there's always a 5% chance that it's a fucking scam. That's the way I think. Bin Laden, where's his fucking body? Why didn't we bring his body to the fucking ground zero in Lower Manhattan, pull it up and say, fuck you. Then go and burn it. Then go and drop it in the ocean. Why was he immediately disappeared? I don't go for all of these fucking mysterious lost at sea fucking stories. That's just the Bensonhurst kid in me. And the vodka. Okay? So, it's the most dangerous fucking thing. Where is the thrill in that? Where is the fucking thrill in that? Could someone please tell me where the thrill is to that? Because I can't see it. I can't see it. Listen, I shouldn't say all dead. There are a lot of people who should fucking be dead. But tragic loss of a young person, a senseless loss, is always tragic. It is so fucking tragic. I'm more mad at the kid's father than I am of the asshole who built the fucking thing and got killed also going down. That fucking kid's father is just... I'm going to risk my life. I want my son there. In case I die, I want him dead too. Get the fuck out of here. If I was his son, if they were like my dad, go fuck yourself. I ain't going down there. Good luck. You need to get a thrill? Good luck. I'll be up here eating caviar and drinking champagne off of a putana's ass. What are you, out of your fucking mind? The father has got to be the worst fucking father that there is. I'm sorry. And this is the problem with the world today. There are such fucking bad parents out there. Such bad parents. Oh, they're giving their kids experimental shit. I don't want to get into it. That's a whole nother story. But this submarine thing, I want to know why. Also, like I said in the beginning, they knew it would explode. They knew it exploded. They knew it's fucking physics. That's why the submarines that we have don't go that low. Because they know. See, our submarines don't go that low because there's openings in the submarine. There's opening where air comes out. There's opening where the weaponry comes out. There's places to look out. It's not built to withstand that kind of pressure. They know it. And that goes really fucking deep. So why would they bullshit the family and say that that there was a chance of them being alive? Come on. Haven't they been through enough? You go right to the family. Because the family was like, we still have hope. We still think, he could be floating somewhere. Oh, fuck out of it. Come on. Just one Navy guy come out and say, look, I don't know what people are thinking. There's no fucking way. And to close this out, let me just say another thing. The Titanic was a major, major tragedy in the world. A lot of people who weren't risking their lives, who were on this beautiful ship. In fact, the stark contrast of death on the Titanic and death in this fucking barrel is opposite as can be. The barrel is the most dangerous fucking vessel on the face of the earth, going down and imploding and killing everyone in it. The Titanic was touted as being the safest, the unsinkable Titanic. That's what made it such a tragedy. And all of those people who died, some of them were heroes. You've heard the stories, you've seen the movie. People said, you go, save yourself. I lived. And fucking heroes. It brought out the greatness in people. It brought out people fucking sacrificing their lives after this terrible, tragic event. You want to go gawk at that? Let me tell you something. The Titanic wreckage should be closed off. Nobody dives to the Titanic. It's a grave site. It's a grave. It should be fucking honored. It shouldn't be desecrated by people fucking, oh, look at the death. I wonder who died on that. What kind of a fucking morbid piece of shit wants to go see where innocent people died? People had everything to live for. People who went out of their way to be on the ship that was unsinkable, that they wanted safety. And you're gawking at that? Let me tell you something. That's bad. The Sicilians know that's like a bad omen. That's like a malocchio or something. We would never do that. My mother, when I was a kid, if there was a kid with crutches, I go, hey, let me try the crutches. My mother would go, no. If you don't need crutches, you don't go on crutches. Otherwise, you got the evil eye and the evil that made that kid go on crutches will come on to you. So, why are you gawking at this? This was a tragedy beyond tragedy. There were families that were wiped out, that were ruined, young, old people who worked on it, and you are getting your fucking kicks out of going to gawk at that? Go to the museum, they have all this shit. See, this is what the tragedy is. The tragedy is that there are fucking assholes in this world that get their kicks out of other people's misery and gawking at it and saying, ha, I'm glad that isn't me. Watch out, because next it is you. Because this is a shitty world, and it's full of shitty things, and thank God when the shitty things aren't happening to you, thank God that you're so blessed that you have all the money your whole 10 generations could spend. Go and enjoy it, maybe spread it, maybe be a blessing to others. Don't go in and fucking say, look at them. They were rich and they couldn't spend it, but I'm rich and I'm looking at how to... That's a fucking bad thing. I don't think those people went down there with good intentions. I think they went down there to gawk at the demise and the tragedy of so many fucking people who died. And this is what happened. And that's my take on the Titanic sub. Don't go in a sub. Listen. If there was a fucking new plane and they said, this plane is experimental, you take your kid on it? Hey, we got a plane that's going to go 10 times faster than anything. It's still fucking experimental. You take your kid? No, you would never do that. You would fucking... When an Uber pulls up and the fucking car looks rickety, I tell them, get the fuck out of here. I'll call another one. Never mind the fucking bathtub with bolts and nuts and bolts. Okay? Freddie Rubino here. I hope you enjoyed the podcast and my common sense. Share it. I'll put it on Rumble. It'll be on my Facebook page after this called Fred Rubino Podcast. Come see me live wherever I'm playing. And I love you guys. And I hope you have some common sense. I'm going to have another cocktail. What